striking stories from the Guardian newspaper, and then I will also get a touchdown on the pages of the Punch. I've got with me, okay, let's see, me heading toward, okay, so we'll stick with that, the Punch, and then the Guardian. All right, since we can't lay our hands on the explainer, but let's begin with the Guardian. Nigeria at 65. Despite GDP growth, inflation, living cost affecting disposable income. So despite the current gains, especially the sustained growth of the gross domestic product, GDP, by the current administration, the Chartered Institute of Directors, Nigeria, has said that the challenges of inflation and high cost of living have continued to weigh heavily on households' disposable incomes. The Institute, in its message on Nigeria at 65, a nation on the path to stardom, said most Nigerians have yet to experience the impact because growth has not translated to improved income and prosperity. So that's our first story from the Guardian newspaper. NBA threatens contempt action against police spokesperson over tinted glass policy. Also from the Guardian newspaper, the Nigerian Bar Association section on public interest and development law, NBA SPIDL, has vowed to initiate contempt proceedings against the force public relations officer Benjamin Hunde if he does not stop alleged undermining of the authority of the Nigerian courts. In a statement signed by Professor Paul Ananaba, chairman of NBA SPIDL, and Olukunle Edun, chairman of the NBA SPIDL Public Interest Litigation Committee, the association said it was aware of a contemptuous press release issued by Hyundai presenting the Nigeria Police Force as obstinately proceeding with the enforcement of the policy despite the pendency in court of the suit challenging the legality of the same. So you can read that story. It's also from The Guardian. And still with The Guardian newspaper, catastrophic flooding looms as Niger dams discharge excess water. Okay, so the four hydroelectric dams, Shiroro, Jeba, Kainji, and Zungeru, located in Niger State, have issued a notification about the release of excess water. At any moment, the notification was made available to the Niger State Emergency Management Agency, NSEMA. In a swift reaction, NSEMA alerted communities in the riverine areas to relocate upstream to avoid the impending disaster. Another story that might interest you. And still with The Guardian, Zulum visits Niger community to strengthen trans-border security. So Borno State Governor Babagana Zulum yesterday undertook a working visit to the far region of the Niger Republic. The visits, which included a high-level security and economic delegation, focused on strengthening existing collaboration between Nigeria and Nigerian forces in the ongoing fight against insurgency, particularly around the shores of Lake Chad. We'll take another story from The Guardian. Federal government reads Riot Act to job racketeers. And the federal government has issued a serious warning to personnel of the Federal Fire Service against job racketeering in the ongoing recruitment exercise into the agency. Controller General of the Service, Olumode Adeyemi, issued the warning during an interaction with officers and staff of the service while on a tour and working visit to the Abuja Metropolitan Fire Station and Wuse Fire Station in the Federal Capital Territory, FCT, yesterday. U.S. reports CTs, FG's, I think that again, U.S. reports cites FG's inadequate efforts to protect trafficked victims. So the United States Department of State has accused the Nigerian government of not doing enough to protect victims of Boko Haram terrorists and human traffickers. In its 2025 Trafficking in Persons TIP report published on its website on Wednesday, the U.S. agency stated that the Nigerian government did not meet the minimum standards in several key areas in its fight against trafficking in persons, which means that the country remains on Tier 2 classification. So over to the Punch newspaper. The FCC warns core members against fraudulent practices. Now, the chairman of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, Ola Olukoyede, has warned core members across the country against engaging in cyber crimes and fraudulent practices, stressing that many young Nigerians are being convicted for internet fraud and branded as ex-convicts. Olukoyede gave the charge on Thursday while addressing members of Batch B Stream 2 at the National Youth Service Corps orientation camp in the Iyana-Ipaja area of Lagos State. Also from the Punch, Southwest states tighten borders amid banditry surge in Kwara. States in the southwest have heightened security following the surge in attacks on communities and killings by suspected bandits and terrorists in neighboring Kwara state. Security chiefs in Oyo, Osun, Ekiti and Ondo states confirmed to the Punch on Thursday that they had activated various containment to prevent the infiltration of their states by bandits fleeing the ongoing military operation in Kwara. Now, this came as the federal government uncovered the movement of the bandits heading for the southwest region from Kwara. And lastly, from the Punch, Rivers Funds, ICPC reviews petition against EBAS. Now, the Independent Crop Practices and Other Related Offences Commission has confirmed receiving a petition demanding a probe into the handling of Rivers State federal allocations by the State Farmer Soil Administrator, Vice Admiral Ibak Ete Ibas, retired. The petition, filed by civil rights activist and lawyer D.G. Adeoju, came days after Ibas ended his administration of the state on September 18. So that's how much we can take this morning because of our time. But don't forget, you can always get yourself a copy of the dailies or go online to read more. Connect with us. Listen to us on My Lagos app. We are Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM and on YouTube Traffic Radio 961. Over to Victor for the rest of the show.
Hello everyone, this is Tony Adebola. I'm an entrepreneur and a motorcycle enthusiast. Keep listening to Your Side Mirror on Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. It simply rocks.
Are you a driver that feeds with a phone while driving? Do you know that at least 23% of all car accidents each year occur with the use of cell phones? Distracted driving is responsible for a higher percentage of road crashes